So it's really an honor to have Harshji here with us today. We know what kind of a busy schedule he has. So for him to take time out to do this today is, I think, quite a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for all of us to hear what he has to say about this book. We all know him as the chairman of the Ambuja Neotia group. We also know him as very much a Kolkata person who's grown up here and been living and working in Kolkata. He's a Padma Shri amongst many of the other honors and awards that he has garnered in the course of his work. And to me, one of the most interesting things about Harshji is his deep interest in and patronage of the arts. And I've seen this growing over the years, and it's absolutely wonderful. And he also participates wholeheartedly and actively in the world of the arts, which is another lovely thing to see. So may I please invite you to say a few words about this book today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor and privilege to be here. Anjumdi, thank you. Alka Bhavi, thank you. Thank you to the Alka Jalan Foundation and the Daga Nikunj. I have been here, you know, Bhavi, that this garden used to be offered for competition long, long years ago. At that time, my Badi Ma had green fingers. And as a young lad, I used to be pottering around her because I also got interested in gardening. And this was one of those gardens that competed in our category, and inevitably we got the second prize because they got the first prize. So with a lot of nostalgia, I remember coming to this home and trying to admire this beautiful, beautiful home here. Well, Vishesh is known to me actually through his father, who works with us as a consultant advisor. But it was interesting that young people took to Marwari translation of Marwari folklore and Marwari stories. He actually made my memory jog back to very long years ago. My only memory of Marwari is talking to my grandmother. And she was fluent in Marwari. Not only that, she was bad in Hindi. So when she spoke Hindi, she mixed it up with a lot of Marwari. We had no option if we had to follow her to follow Marwari. And then we used to tell her, Dadu, please speak in Marwari because you make a mess of Hindi. But ever since she left this world, which was in 1991, it's now 32 years ago, we've actually lost connection with the language. My parents, I spoke to them in Hindi or English. We started speaking a lot in Bengali too because we live here in Calcutta. But Marwari sadly has got lost in. So when Vishesh came and met me and gave me a copy of this book, and he talked about these stories being translated, I was wondering how he could know this language because hardly anyone in my age group, and he's much younger than me, remember that. And but then he also had similar reasons. And he thought that these stories were evergreen. They were stories that were relevant today because in some way they also left us thinking about a particular time and more importantly about some lessons from that time. So I think I have not read the book fully because I was traveling. I just read a couple of stories, but I can only say from the little that I've read so far, it's fascinating. It's fascinating to bring to life a slice of Rajasthan, a slice of that time. It's probably contexted, a large part of it I would assume 75 years ago or thereabouts, which is really the time when we got independence or even maybe before that. And it brings to light a life and style and simplicity of the people that lived there at that time and how they looked at the world. And Vishesh has done an incredible job. Of course, I haven't read my friend Shupriya sent me a few pages of the Marwari, and she kind of wanted me to read that so that I can understand this. And I said, oh God, now this is really getting too much. So, I mean, she wanted me to know how well I could figure out how good he was at the translation. But I'm sorry, I've not been very competent at doing that. So, but anyway, you have been gripping enough in your story, whether that's credit to Vijaydan Detha or whether it's credit to you, I don't know. But whoever it is, the stories are very compelling. Thank you very much, and really honored to do this.
Thank you very much.